welcome to Mint Views. The issue we have before us today is traffic congestion, particularly in India's big cities. Mint has just done this analysis under plain facts, the slowest roads in urban India. We've got all the data here, and we've got these maps laid out of all the big cities. We've got Delhi, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Chennai, and Bangalore. As it turns out, the traffic on arterial roads in these cities is really, really slow. Most of these arterial roads are recording average speeds of under 13 kilometers per hour. That's really very, very slow. Let's face it, Indian urban agglomerations, big cities are basically virtually choking in traffic. What are the solutions? That's the whole question. Various ideas have been thrown around. There could be car rationing, where you limit the number of cars which can be run on the streets. Odd and even, you keep half the cars off. Or there is also road pricing, where you pay per use of the streets, so to speak. Any of these solutions actually viable in India? That's actually the question, Anant.
So if we need to showcase our big cities as centers of economic activity or to attract tourism, then we really need to do something about it. So I guess we should keep an open mind to all solutions.
But there must be some merits and demerits. For example, car rationing. Suppose you say only N number of cars are allowed on the streets, like they do in Singapore. Is that fair? Srijay, what do you think?
In a country like India, which is so diverse, so large, it may not really be fair, it may not appear to be fair, and to some it would appear as if it's a high-handed approach to solving a problem. But then these harsh measures will have to be taken. For example, if you look at the recent Motor Vehicles Amendment Act that was passed, the fines for traffic violations have gone up steeply. But then we are also seeing results. There are fewer traffic violations these days, and results are showing. So we will have to look at a combination of solutions to tackle these questions.
Correct.
May I just add one point over here? When we talk about solutions like odd even, the idea itself, creates a restriction for the industry.
Correct.
So I think we should move cautiously in that particular direction. The broader idea should be to increase capacity without restricting growth of the industry.
Shrija, you were mentioning something about the Stockholm model in this.
Right. I mean, there are both pros and cons to the aspect of congestion pricing, but Stockholm's model has actually shown that when they have introduced the congestion pricing way back in 2006, and it has given tremendous results. So in terms of the waiting time to enter the city, the carbon footprint, and also the public ridership in transports have increased drastically, along with the fact that the congestion aspect and also the waiting time has been reduced significantly. So this tells you something, that there is merit in the argument for having a price control strategy in India.
Correct. So what they're doing in Stockholm is they're pricing streets. They do that in Singapore and other places as well, where you actually say that if you must use a very crowded street, especially at peak hours when there's a lot of demand for the street, you just pay more money for it.
Right.
Road pricing may or may not actually work in a country like this. We've got diverse traffic. We've got people, who are driving on with their tractor trolleys and things like that. It takes a very advanced traffic situation. You need to be wired up with satellites and everything and cell phones to be able to enforce a sort of seamless traffic pricing policy where you can price roads without disrupting the traffic. But in this country, traffic being so diverse, it may be very hard to actually implement road pricing. But some solution will have to be found, and some steps will have to be taken. A beginning will have to be made.